everyone, Matt Mumbercat here. I am the president and lead trainer of OneUp Fitness, and this video is exclusively for current clients. Just here to help you out with a home workout while we're all in isolation. This video is exclusively no equipment. So if you're bare bones and you have nothing at all at home, no weights or resistance bands or anything like that, I'm going to show you how to still get a full body workout in a very short amount of time, and I'm going to demo everything, explain it to you, and then actually go through a set so that you can kind of get a sense of what it should look and feel like. And at the end of the video, stay tuned. I'll tell you a little bit about our online coaching, and we'll take it from there. So I hope you enjoy. We're going to start off, we're going to do a calf raise, or a heel raise, I guess more appropriately for the calves. We're going to do a wall squat to work the thighs, the glutes, the buttocks, and then we're going to go right into a lunge. And from the lunge, we're going to work the upper body. We're going to do a push-up, and I'm going to show you some variations of that to make it more challenging as you progress. And then we're going to finish off the workout with a static towel row, which is going to work your upper and middle back muscles as well. So very first exercise is going to be the calf raise, and I'll just get my camera woman to come on over here and basically just show the setup of this. You could certainly use a stool, a step stool if you had one. I'm just using a towel here just to demonstrate minimal usage of equipment. So basically you want to have the balls of your feet on the towel. I like to point my toes slightly inwards because I find it a little bit more comfortable, and I find I get a fuller contraction with my calves when I do that as well. So I'll demonstrate that here, and I'll go through a set of 10 very slow, just like we do in a studio, repetitions. All right, so you want your back straight, brace yourself on the wall. First thing you're going to do is go into a gentle stretch. Let the heels touch the ground, and then slowly change directions and press up as high as you can reach. At the top, pause for 2 seconds and squeeze your calf muscles, and then very slowly start to lower yourself. So that's 1 repetition. We're going to do 10. 2. 3. 4. 5. Make sure you're pushing equally through both legs. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. We're going to hold for 10 seconds at the top if you can. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower yourself back to the floor, and immediately we're going to move into the wall squat. I was just looking for my iPhone. I forgot to bring it in here, but ideally what you want to do is set a timer. You can have a clock on the wall, whatever is available to you, and we're going to try to hold for as long as you can. Basically until the point where you feel like your legs are trembling and you basically can't hold yourself up anymore. Then you're going to brace yourself on the wall and push yourself away, and we're going to move right into the lunges. For the sake of time, I'm just going to hold for about 60 seconds so you get an idea of what that looks like. I'm going to go into a deep squat because I can. If you can't, because your knees or your hips or your back have some problems or what have you, just find a position. So even if this is challenging for you, stay in that position and you can progress into a lower squat. But for this demonstration, I'm going to go 90-degree angle. I don't recommend you do any deeper than that, so this could be very hard on your knees. So keep your thighs parallel with the ground, your back flat against the wall, and your hands out here. Don't brace on your thighs, that's cheating and you know that. So we're going to hold here, keep breathing. Already I can start to feel some good burning in my thighs. I'm also trying to clench my butt cheeks, my glutes muscles as well. So consciously contract those muscles, and the tighter you can squeeze them isometrically or statically, the more you're going to get out of this exercise. So try to keep those muscles really tight, keep the weight balanced through both sides, and continue to breathe until you've done your set. Let's just call it there. I'm going to push myself back up the wall. Make sure I have my bearings with me, shake my legs out a little bit, and we're going to move right into a lunge. So lunge, you want your back foot back such that you feel stable. You want your feet about hip width apart. Your back is very straight, shoulders back, chest up proud, head looking straight ahead. Don't look down at your feet, because if you look down at your feet, you're going to lose your balance. So pick a spot on the wall and just stay right connected with it. You're going to drop down as far as you feel comfortable. And again, if you don't have as much range of motion as me, that's okay. Just go down as far as you can. You're going to pause for 2 seconds. 2, 1, and then up as slowly as you can. You're driving with your front leg, so about 80% of the weight should be in that front leg. Back leg is mostly just for stability. Slow as you can, pushing up. And you're pushing through your heel mostly. Again, about 70–80% of the weight is through the heel. And you're trying to drive through the back chain of your legs, so your hamstrings, your glutes muscles are doing most of the work. You're going to feel those thighs as well, especially after that wall squat. I know I am. Hold for 2, 1, and up. 2, 1. The slower you move, the more you're going to feel it. So if this is easy for you, move slower. And once you feel like you can't lift yourself, bring your front foot forward, and once again, shake your legs out. Take a sip of water if you need to. Give yourself about 10–15 seconds of break, but not too much time, because you want to keep those muscles burning. You want to keep the heart rate up as well. And we're going to work right into that next leg. Pause for 2 at the bottom. And then again, up as slow as you can, driving through the heel of that front foot, focusing on the glutes on the right side now. Keep yourself square. And keep breathing. Excuse me. We're aiming for anywhere between 8 to 15 repetitions. And if you can easily do 15 repetitions, you're probably moving too fast. Especially after that wall squat, it should be almost impossible to get to 15 repetitions if you're doing this properly. And again, if you're finding it too hard, slow down. But the other thing you can do is you can hold your static hold at the bottom a little bit longer, so maybe count to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then drive up. And when you're done your set, bring your feet together, shake your legs out for a second, and then we're going to go right down into a push-up. So there's a couple of different variations for a push-up depending on your level of fitness and where you're at, and maybe some orthopedic issues with your shoulders and your elbows, of course. Always want to be careful that with any of these exercises that we're doing here today, if anything hurts, meaning pain, sharp shooting, throbbing, stop. Don't work through the pain. There's a big difference between muscle burning and pain. So if you feel something, that seems wrong, try to make an adjustment. And if you're not really sure how to work through it, then let me know and I can reach out to me and I can help you work through it. So for the push-up, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you 3 variations. First one will be the simplest. You're going to use that towel, and you may have to reposition it so that it's more comfortable for you, but basically it's just a brace for your knees. You can prop yourself up against something, some type of an inanimate object, so it could be your couch, it could be a chair, whatever works for you at a lower level. And then you're on your knees. Your hands are about shoulder width apart, and your hands are slightly pointed inwards. Okay, it's a little bit more comfortable for the wrist and the shoulder rather than being straight out. Okay, most of the weight should be going through the thick part of the palms, so that's where you're pushing from, not up into your fingers. And you shouldn't feel any pain in your wrists. If you do, you need to readjust your position with your hands. Once you get yourself set, you're going to puff up your chest, bring your shoulders back. Your back should be completely straight, and you're going to start to lower yourself as slowly as you can, keeping your elbows at about a 45-degree angle from your body. You're going to drop your chest down as far as it feels comfortable, pause, and then push yourself back up. We're working the chest muscles here, so you want to squeeze into your chest, the front of your shoulders, and we're also working the triceps here as well. Come down very slowly. Remember to keep breathing. And squeeze your chest and your shoulders and your triceps at the top to extend. Okay, once again, we're aiming for anywhere between 8 to 15 repetitions on this one. If you want to make it harder in this position, you can move slower. And if you move slower and you get 15 repetitions and that still feels too easy for you, you can try the next modified push-up, which is still a knee push-up. Still going to use that towel just to keep your knees comfortable, but we're going to do it flat on the floor this time. You want to position yourself out so that your hands are directly below your shoulders. Okay, so if they're out here like this, that could put strain on your shoulders, and if they're too far back, that is very likely going to put strain on your wrists. So hands about shoulder width apart and just below your shoulders, and same idea, move very slow, drop yourself down in about 6 to 8 seconds, and then slowly press yourself back up, squeezing into your chest, shoulders, and triceps. Try not to rest at the top. Because of course this is an easier position. You're going to get a bit of a break up here, so if you want to feel a really good burn in those muscles, keep moving. Just moving slowly. Again, you notice my back is straight, shoulders are back, head and neck in a neutral position. Continue on 8 to 15 repetitions on that one. And the most advanced one, well, maybe not the most advanced, I'll show you another advanced one later on, I'm sure, but the most obvious one is on your toes. Now, I generally find when I'm on my toes and I have my hands flat, it does bother the back of my wrists. So something you can do to mitigate that is to use your towel once again. Again, you may have to reshape it just to accommodate what you're doing. But that way, it lifts your hand up off the floor so it's not completely flat, and it doesn't create as much of a bend in the back of your wrist. So a little more comfortable. Again, point those hands just slightly in, up onto your toes, back flat, head and neck neutral, and slowly drop yourself down. Pause at the bottom for a second, and then try to move slowly back up, squeezing the chest, the shoulders, and the triceps. Now I do a full set of those normally, but I just worked out yesterday, so my chest and my shoulders are a little tired already. But that's your basic upper body, at least in the frontal plane workout, so your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. The last exercise I'm going to show you in this video is a static row, which is going to work biceps, grip strength, back of your shoulder, in between your upper back muscles, so the traps and the lats, middle back as well. So this is a really great one for that. You're going to take your trusty towel once again, We're going to make it long. We're going to sit on our bum. Towel underneath your feet. Get a good grip on the towel. Keep your knees slightly bent. Try and sit on your sits bones nice and tall, your back straight, your shoulders back. You can bend your knees a little bit if you want to increase the angle in your elbows and your shoulders and try to get more retraction. You're going to use the clock on the wall again or your iPhone as a timer. And you're basically going to start off the first 30 seconds pulling at about 50% of what you perceive as your max. And after 30 seconds expires, you're going to increase your effort and pull at about 75%, whatever you perceive that to be. And then in the last 30 seconds, you're pulling as hard as you can. And when time expires, you're all done, and you're just going to sit, catch your breath, relax your muscles, record your time for that exercise, and the next time you can add time to it, or you can start your maximum effort sooner than the last 30 seconds of the set. So all of these exercises encompass all the major muscle groups in your body, should give you a good workout in a very short period of time. As you can see, it doesn't really require much. A yoga mat is nice, but I mean, even if you're doing it on your carpet, that's pretty comfortable as well. You can lay a blanket down or something for cushioning. So I am going to be doing online coaching, one-on-one exclusively. Sorry, I just got to get my notes here. I want to make sure I share everything that I wanted to share. Just give you a quick summary of the online coaching service. Personalized instruction, so that means it's all one-on-one. We're going to use the Zoom platform to do basically like a FaceTime so that I can see you as you're exercising. I can instruct you in real time, give you live feedback. We're going to take account of what you have at home. So maybe some of you do have some equipment, some resistance bands, some weights, those sorts of things. We're going to use whatever you have. Even if you don't have anything, I can elaborate on these exercises and include more as well. Motivation and accountability, those are the biggest things. So we'll schedule your workouts. We'll use mind body just as we have for the in-studio sessions. And I'll give you details on how we can schedule that. But for the time being, if you're interested and you would like to use the remaining credits that you have, maybe you've already paid for, or you're on an auto renew plan, that will go towards these sessions. These sessions will be at a lesser cost. So basically what we're going to do is just deduct that cost from the value of whatever's left on your packages. Leave that to me. I'll sort out the details as we work through this. This is obviously very new for us. But as I said, for now, email me if you are interested in setting up some online coaching. And I will give you instructions on how to schedule that, how to pay for it if you don't have a currently active package, and how to prepare for your workouts and things like that as well. So stay tuned. I'll be sharing a lot of free content on Facebook as well. And if you're not subscribed to our newsletter already, I suggest you do, because we're going to be pushing a lot of material through that as well. And again, just send me an email or send an email to Elspeth at admin@oneupfitness.ca. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're all well. Take care of yourselves. Most important thing right now is health, so focus on that, and hopefully we'll be back in the studio sometime soon. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you find this valuable. Peace.